smooth, and always flavorful. Welcome to my morning coffee. 3 generations of successful women, brewed with black girl magic, and French press with class, sass, and style. Gia, Tanya, and Sarita are my morning coffee.
Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to My Morning Coffee.
Good morning.
Hola.
Happy Monday. We hope everybody had an amazing Easter.
Buenas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what was that? Was that some Spanish or
It
something?
was.
Okay.
Yep.
It
I
was
was going to say.
Muy bien?
Yes.
See.
Very good.
Uh-huh.
Very good. Well, we are happy to be here. Happy to be back. Missed you guys, as we usually do. We have a pretty awesome show today, celebrating 420 on 422, but it'll still be amazing. You will leave here with some great information. So let's catch up and see what everybody's been up to. Miss Gia?
Go to Gia first.
Oh, I'm up. Okay, let me see. What have I been up to? Pretty much, not really much anything other than being injured again. I injured my finger. I don't know what happened, but I have a little fractured finger, so...
Heard the Kimbe Matumbo.
Yeah, so I dealt with that
No.
since our last show. Was in urgent care and saw the doctor and got some good medication. So prescription drugs, got some of those to help with it. So the swelling has gone down. So I'm getting better. What else have I been doing? I just really been in my little creative spirit. Did a few things. As a matter of fact, I made us these fabulous shirts that we all have on today.
Can't see mine.
I'm a
in honor of our show.
CBD.
So yeah, these new awesome CBD t-shirts and tank tops that I whipped up actually yesterday.
Just a little something, just a little doodly doo.
Yeah, I was thinking and I was like, oh, that would be cute. Something to wear some shirts. So I made us some shirts. So that's what I've been doing.
And that's how it was. We
Yeah.
got texts like, hey, what you want your shirt to say?
Yeah. That's kind of how I roll sometime,
Why don't you tell them about that awesome dessert you had this weekend?
Oh,
You had dessert?
yes. Okay, you guys. My husband, Jeffrey Sneed. Shout out to Jeffrey Sneed. He's a chef, aspiring chef. Well, he's not a chef by trade, by his profession, but he's a good cook. He's the cook in the family. And he had a contest at work, and he made some cheesecakes. He made a banana
pudding cheesecake.
Pudding cheesecake,
you killed it with the bananas.
and a cookies and cream cheesecake. And it was to die for. Matter of fact, we had it yesterday. He made us some more for Easter, and I didn't have like a small slice. I had like a big slice.
But I live down the street. I'm literally 4 minutes away.
Oh yeah,
from
we
you.
wasn't at home. We were at his mom's house, so we wasn't that close to you. But girl, that banana cheesecake was off the chain. Woo, it was so delicious, and I'm kind of mad we left it at his mom's house, and I kind of want some right now. But that was delicious.
Does he? Will he cook for other people? Like if we pay, because it looked better than Cheesecake Factory cheesecake.
Okay,
word?
If you pay him, he will cook. I told him yesterday that I'm going to start to have to pimp him out. So
Absolutely.
if you're paying, he's cooking. Okay. So if you guys want some desserts,
It looked good.
hit a girl up.
It looked good. Looked
And
really good.
I'll
Will
get
he
you
do
what
the
you
banana
need.
pudding cheesecake without the bananas, though? Because I don't like bananas. I know that kills the whole
He didn't use
concept.
banana. He used some banana abstract or something. I'm not a cook, so
Right.
But we didn't have sliced bananas for that reason. So
Fantastic.
Yeah, so you could probably partake in some of the cheesecake.
Yes.
The banana cheesecake, but the cookies and cream was good too. So he won first and second for his cheesecake. So I'm gonna give him a little plug, at his job. So he's
Shout
like,
it.
yeah.
Go on, Jeffrey.
So that was the dessert I had over the weekend. But then also yesterday I got to we went and spent with my family, and so my bonus son Jason, I got to meet his girlfriend. He brought his girlfriend, and her mom is here from where are they from? Sweden. Yeah. Oh. So I got to meet her. Name is Miriam, and she's a tattoo, I guess, body artist. Oh, she does amazing work. I'm telling you guys, her work is just like off the chain. After I saw her and saw some of her work, I'm like, okay, I'm getting another tattoo, and she's going to do it. But also what's really great, she has a line of art pencils, that temporary art pencils that she's launching. And actually, they were in. I think they're going to be in Walmart, or they are in Walmart. So I'm going to have her come on the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you guys, if you're looking for a tattoo artist, hit me up too. 'Cause I got somebody for you. She's awesome, Miriam.
Very
Dope.
good.
Yeah. So Tanya, what have you been up to?
Oh, same old grind. Lots of baseball. We're in baseball season right now.
Yeah, always in
So
season.
always in season, not just the kids, but watching my Giants lose a lot, watching
But
the A's win a lot, and watching the Warriors kill it in the NBA right now. So that's always fun.
Yeah, because you like to talk.
I like to talk trash, especially
Trash.
in LA.
You call it trash.
Especially in LA. To
Some
LA
people call it you talk shit, but okay, you want to call it trash? Okay.
Because we do have a lot of Clipper fans around us also, which, they always...
That's sad.
Yeah, it is.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Neil Bracewell. That's our insurance guy.
That's
and
disrespectful.
He loves
That you're shouting out.
Shout out.
A Clipper fan. That is
Absolutely.
disrespectful.
Really? Okay. All right.
That is awful.
Definitely. He's, every year he invites us out to have drinks and watch the game, and we haven't heard from him.
Wow. Maybe
And
he's,
that
maybe
is
he's
also
depressed.
disrespectful
Not exactly
because
sure,
he
but-
is not playing. So that is once again hella disrespectful.
Right. So we got Warriors been doing their thing. They did well yesterday.
Yes, they did.
And with that, definitely enjoying what that season's going to look like. One thing I did want to say, I was watching recently, actually posted it, is a conversation I saw, Steph Curry's conversation with Nipsey.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Out of the entire conversation, though, I'm always melted by conversations about
The kids,
fatherhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I just don't think that we give dads the shout outs that they deserve sometimes. So,
Agreed.
Shout out
Right.
to both of them. My husband, amazing father. And, we kind of forget that sometimes as we bask in the glow of motherhood. They are still out there being the providers and the protectors and,
Well, we'll do a show for the dads, for the fathers and stuff. Because you're right,
Day.
the fathers do. The ones that are actually active in their kids' life do get a bad rap sometimes, and we don't really uplift them because they are just as important as mothers to me. So you're right. So shout out to all the fathers out there.
And I think we should do it not just on Father's Day. We should probably do a show next month. Just because.
Actually, I had someone ask me personally about, father's rights, if that's something that we would actually want to have a conversation about at some point. It's father's rights and them, fighting for their custody and their visitation.
Yeah. For sure, 150%.
All the time. I know some. Funny story.
Is it really?
Is it
I'm
really funny?
is it really?
So, when we were in college, my freshman year,
Lord.
first time I ever seen anything like this. Shout out to Sherman.
Oh, Lord.
His daughter.
I'm gonna have to drink some.
Right.
coffee.
Let me tell you, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. This dude's like, I'm going to go get my daughter from the hospital. She was just born, and take her home. And he did that. I'm not
That's because
kidding.
Sherman is crazy.
No, it's because he was very devoted to being a father, and he was not about to fight about it. He wasn't about to be bullied into fighting for anything. He went to the hospital. He took his daughter, and he raised her to be the amazing young girl that she is. So,
she is beautiful.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
I had never seen that before, though. I
Gotcha.
come from
Right.
a broken home, and many of my friends had. So when that happened, I was like, oh my God, men do that?
Okay.
So shout out to him. But I did recently had talk over at Occidental College.
Yes. How was that?
So I guess they were having finals or some kind of studying for such. So it wasn't a high, it wasn't high participation, but I did find out that the school is 45% minority population. I had no idea.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our forever president went there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's.
Oh yeah, we know he went there, but we didn't know. Like she's saying, I didn't know that.
You didn't know
either.
you didn't know your forever president went there?
No, she knew that about the population.
No.
She just said she
You
didn't
didn't
know that
No, I didn't.
our forever president.
Oh, you didn't know that?
See?
I didn't know.
Girl, where you been?
And that's coming from the person that
Raising
never
kids.
know nothing about.
Shout out to the person that never knows anything. Hey, I know something.
So
Anyway.
right. So we had that conversation, mental health.
Awesome.
ACEs, adverse childhood experiences. Their student body has a lot going on with mental health and supporting their student body through a lot of the transition and struggles that they might have.
That and homelessness.
I was incredibly impressed with the level of support that they have carved out for their students that, that are going to their school. So it was huge just to hear about their program. They do have some difficulties, so I think they're going to be having some openings coming up in administration. So anybody out there looking to get involved in diversity and inclusion at the higher education level, make sure you look up what Occidental has going on because it's a beautiful campus. I had never been there. And what they have going on, the right person could make some dynamic changes for those students there. So that was pretty amazing. Last thing, been working on a speech for the South Bay Women's Conference coming up.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So they're called Elevate speeches, Elevate Talk. And, it's a really quick thing. You get about five minutes
it's
to
like an elevator
go
speech,
in.
right?
Yes, but it's about something impactful. So I've been working on that. I started, it was very detailed and all these facts and figures. And after a while, I was like, that's not going to do it.
Yes, I'm going to say
it on
all you get, Tanya,
5 minutes.
is 5 minutes. Oh,
like,
girl, I don't know how you're going to do it because you are
a little long-winded.
Yeah, you are long-winded. Yeah,
a little bit.
So you like to talk.
I was actually inspired by a doctor that we recently had a talk with from Stanford University. That came out to Beach City's Health District, and some of the work that they're doing in their programs up there with young people, and they talked about how mental health really gets diagnosed at age 14. So, of course, my question is, well, what about
the little people?
13 and 12 and those periods of time where we could have actually caught it? Like, what is that about? And he was like, that needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. So I'm looking at some of those things. I think I'm going to be changing my slide.
So wow, you've been very busy in the last week and a half.
But I have a question. Right. I have a question before we move on. Privilege. We go over it a lot about other people's privilege. And this is from Angela Guzman in the Bay Area. She is a principal of a school in the Bay. And I just want to put this on your mind. As we discuss privilege in America, we're looking at the Varsity Blues incident, and now Kim Kardashian buying a law degree, and people and their privilege. My question is, when we have privilege and assert it, how does that make us any different?
Okay.
Have you ever thought about that?
About my privilege? All the time.
So you do acknowledge that you have a level of privilege?
Absolutely. Speak
on that for me.
I know that being a woman of color, and an educated woman of color, that I have a level of privilege that it goes from privilege to responsibility. And that's kind of the way that I attempt to look at it, that I've been gratefully given an abundance by the universe, and it's important for me to reach back and speak on the injustices of people that look like me or don't look like me. And so really using the privilege to make a change and make a difference. Being a mental health professional, that there's a huge privilege in that. And if I'm not doing anything with it, then it's pretty fruitless. But I think it has been at times difficult to navigate depending on what place you're in. I know for me, if I'm in a room full of my colleagues, which are mostly white men, I assert it a lot differently than being in a room of other people.
Okay.
So I think that's been, for me, the part that's been a little tricky at times because, white men is kind of the staple for ultimate privilege.
So is it fair to say, as long as you're giving back or reaching back, that utilizing your privilege is not a bad thing? So if you have a particular title and you're able to assert that title to get things done?
Yes.
To show favoritism to your people?
Yeah, that gets a little tricky.
Right.
That part gets a little tricky.
Yeah.
Because,
So that's where our conversation was.
yeah, that part gets a little tricky. I don't know if...
So would you not assert your privilege if you had the opportunity?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, I would. It just may not be right.
And
but
you?
I'd do it any damn way.
Well, I don't really have any privilege other than the fact that
Absolutely
I carry
You carry a gun.
I carry
Like,
a gun and a
absolutely.
badge,
You
but
carry a gun.
so yeah, I don't really
That's
have.
ultimate
I don't really
privilege?
have any privilege,
Right.
No, so
You carry a gun.
yeah.
I mean,
so but no, I don't exercise that privilege like
You
like
shoot
some
people in the
people.
ass?
Well, what I'm saying to get things that
Oh.
to get favors done. No, I don't exercise that privilege at all.
what kind of person are you?
Right. If
If I needed you to write off my ticket, you...
No, I'm not writing off your ticket. So let's let that be clear. No, it doesn't go down that way. So again, that's why I say, yeah, I might have a privilege based on, and that probably is a perceived privilege based on my title and my profession, but it's not a privilege. I don't go up to people and say, oh yeah, guess by the way, I'm such and such. You need to let me in here. No, I
think you
don't
should.
do things like that.
I think you should start right now.
No, that's not kosher.
You should start right now.
So no. But I get what you're saying because I do know. I think you and I had a little conversation about this and what people, for example, you have a title, okay, and you're trying to get something not in your profession, but you want a certain type of
Favor,
respect. So then you insert your title when you're communicating either verbally or in writing with your title,
Damn right.
Yeah. So is that any different than what's been going on with other people in the media who's been exercising their
privilege,
their privilege,
financial
their
privilege,
financial privilege,
status
their status privilege
class
and stuff.
privilege.
So yeah.
Would you?
Oh, I do it all the time.
Okay, good to
Yeah.
know.
So-
If I have some stuff that LMFT at the end, Zeta Phi Beta, I give all of my alphabets.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, that's
I
good.
love that.
Okay, that's
I love
good.
that.
Just in case you didn't know. I'll
Okay.
beat you up and then send you to jail.
Okay.
Good enough. Well, you want to let them know what you've been up to and take us on to break?
Sure. What I just completed my proposal for I'm submitting a PowerPoint presentation and deck for a hip hop summit.
Okay.
So having a discussion about mental wellness in hip hop. Completed the deck, and I have a call tomorrow with one of the organizers of the AC3 conference or A3C conference in Atlanta. And also, hopefully at the end of the week, I have a phone conversation with one of the organizers for the Revolt Hip Hop Summit.
Very good.
Super excited about
Okay.
that. I completed my license application to be licensed in Georgia. So by...
Are you moving?
This is going to say, are you going to relocate?
All this Atlanta talk. Okay.
I will still be here.
Okay.
It's Georgia. There's no reason to...
So
live in
getting your
Georgia.
license in Georgia, what does that do? Does that get you to have clients in Georgia?
Yeah, so I
via
can-
satellite or something? Or
I'm going to phone in.
Yeah, so no,
No, but I am
No.
going to tell her. I'll probably end up doing 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off. So also looking to buy property.
So we're going to Georgia. My morning coffee will be in Georgia, y'all. Okay.
I'll handle your press.
Yeah.
Gracias.
I'll handle your security.
Gracias. Fantastic. So yeah, I'm excited for this. What would be the second quarter of the
year. Very good.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell them what's up next?
So yeah, after all of that, I want to welcome everyone. I feel like we've just been talking, but hi everyone. Happy Earth Day. Today is actually Earth Day. And also 420 was on Saturday. Doing my best. So happy 420 to everyone as well. We're super excited about our guest today. Her name is Sydney Smiley, and she is our cannabis connoisseur who is going to share with us all and everything 420
And beyond.
and beyond. So the medicinal uses, how can it be of support to us, recreational use, all of that. So any questions that you may have, please go to our Facebook page and type it in, and hopefully we'll get your questions answered. So next up, we will have Sydney Smiling coming to us.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Support for K-Jazz is provided by We Groove Entertainment. On Sunday, April 28th at 7 p.m. at the Miracle Theater in Inglewood, Jazz Appreciation Month concludes with a celebration of jazz trumpet legend and educator Dr. Donald Byrd. The Donald Byrd Acoustic and Electric Sessions bring together two-time Grammy-nominated pianist Kevin Toney, one of the original members of the R&B group The Blackbirds, along with Johnny Britt on trumpet and vocalist Dominique Toney. Tickets are available at themiracletheater.com or 310-853-6004.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, welcome back to my morning coffee. I'm Tanya.
Hi.
Oh, hey, I'm Gia.
And I'm Sarita.
And we are bringing you, Sid, our cannabis product specialist. She's a graduate of California State University, Northridge, and we are very happy to have her.
And I think she's fourth generation.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Fourth generation.
You better tell them what fourth generation is. You know.
So, Gia went to Northridge in the
80s.
And I went in the 90s.
And I went in the early 2000s.
And I just graduated in 2017.
Hey.
So,
Wow. And we're all Zetas.
Yes.
that's right.
We are.
So fourth generation of Zetas.
Boom, boom, and boom.
Right.
So why don't you introduce yourself a little bit and let us know how a California State University graduate wound up in this particular business, because you know there's a lot of stigma around it. So go ahead and let us know about you and your business.
Definitely. Well, hello. Thank you for having me today. My name is Sydney Smiley. I have been working in the cannabis industry for almost 2 years now. I actually graduated from Cal State Northridge about 2 years ago, got my degree in Africana Studies, which is very different from cannabis, but it kind of all connects in a sense. Well, I found a way to connect it, like I always do. Not going to let my degree go to waste. Right. But I started working in the cannabis industry just because I've always been into cannabis. I've been using it since I was around 15 years old. Okay. I started for medicinal reasons, for pain relief, relief from anxiety. and I always wanted to work in a dispensary, but I just couldn't get a job in one. And I really believe that was because of, my race and, ethnicity. When you go to a lot of dispensaries, a lot of the workers there are Caucasian or, just of lighter skin tones. So it was kind of hard to get a job in the industry at first. But I was able to land a job at a primarily Black-owned dispensary. It's actually in the Valley in Chatsworth. It's called Strain Balboa. It's a great shop.
Okay.
And they gave me a chance, and that was just my foot in the door. And I actually stopped working there a couple months ago, but been in the industry ever since, and I definitely don't see myself going anywhere. This is going to be my career path for sure.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm really surprised to hear that you say that you couldn't get a job in that industry because of,
discrimination.
Your discrimination.
Yeah.
Because, we know there's a whole bunch of, that's the one thing that to me crosses all color lines is that marijuana. So for you to sit here and say that, that's just shocking to me, because I thought that they welcome everybody, and everybody smokes weed, and not everybody, because I don't, but and I'm just saying in the weed community, it's all kind, blacks, whites, Hispanics, Asians, everybody, you name it, they smoking it, old, young, and stuff. So for you to say that. That's just wow. That's interesting. And I'm not saying it's not true, because it is true, but I was just hearing it from someone. I would have never expected that. I would expect that anybody who is about that weed life could go into a weed shop and fill out an application and get a job. But obviously that's not the case. So
not exactly.
Wow. Why do you think that is?
I mean, well, when you think about just the past and the war on drugs, think about the people who have been locked up, for marijuana possession. There's always Black and brown people. You never see Billy from, Pi Kappa getting locked up. A lot of times they're celebrated, for medicating. So that's a big thing. And even now in this industry, it is heavily whitewashed. And so that is where I use my degree, to kind of tie everything in. I'm definitely trying to be not only a cannabis advocate, but an advocate for Black people and people of color in the industry, because we are very much underrepresented in this industry, and it's unfortunate.
On this side, we're very represented. On the other side, which is in prison.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Or
the consumer side, yeah.
On the consumer side,
not the ownership side.
Not the ownership. We're not making money off of this, and this is a $1 billion industry.
Wow.
Well, just know, when I worked patrol and we could arrest for marijuana use, I arrested everybody. It didn't matter. So just know that. Okay?
Non-discriminatory.
Yeah, I didn't discriminate. So if I was able to arrest you, it didn't matter.
Right.
I was arresting you. So hey,
That's right. Equal opportunity.
So why don't you let us know a little bit about what happened after you left the dispensary? Because you've been doing your own thing. I must admit, you give some of the best advice I've known about in regards to pain management and different products to recommend that aren't necessarily THC based. So, what happened? You left, and then what?
Yeah, well, I felt like I had learned all I needed to learn on that side of the industry. So I decided to really kind of work for a company, a cannabis company. So now I'm a product specialist for CannaCraft, and we are a manufacturing and distribution company based up in Sonoma County, and we've been around for about 7-8 years now, really heavy in like the NorCal area, but we're really kind of making our way down to the Southern California area as far as having brand ambassadors and representatives in this area. And so I work for them as pretty much a brand ambassador. I go to different shops and teach people about our products. We carry 3 different product lines. Care by Design, which is one that I brought with me right here. It's our CBD line. We have 5 ratios of CBD products, ranging from products that are non-psychoactive, so heavily on like the CBD side, to products that will give you some psychoactive effects that have some THC in them. We also carry our edible line, which is called Satori. Those are chocolate-covered strawberries, blueberries, almonds, just anything chocolate that you like.
Oh, those are my favorite things.
Yeah, they are so good. I'll definitely be sure to bring some. Yeah.
So why don't you tell the community what is the difference between CBD and THC?
Or
because many
even
people
the strains,
and go ahead and break it down for us.
Okay, so THC, as we all know, is the cannabinoid that gets you stoned, it gets you high. When you're smoking, that's mainly, that's the thing that's getting you, feeling paranoid or getting you feeling great. CBD, on the other hand, is non-psychoactive, so you can smoke CBD and you're not going to feel any highness, no psychoactive effects. You're not going to get stoned at all. It's really great for pain management, relief from anxiety, depression, inflammation. It's really, I don't want to say it's some medicinal cannabinoid because THC also has its medicinal properties. But if you don't want any, stoned effects, psychoactive effects, CBD is the way to go, for sure.
Okay, so when I go to my doctor's appointment this week coming up, I should maybe talk to my doctor about the CBD.
You can definitely ask, but a lot of doctors are still really apprehensive about recommending it just because everything is still federally illegal. So it's still, that gray area with everything. But I mean, some doctors are recommending it now because I've definitely had people come to me and say, well, my doctor told me to try, CBD, but they can't actually prescribe it to you.
Yeah. I probably should wait. I probably should wait till
I'm curious to know, do any doctors ever ask you for product information? Have you had that happen yet?
I have not. No, not yet. Usually if they ask, if I smoke or if I medicate, I tell them yes, of course. But they always tell me, okay, we have to put that, down as a drug. We can't,
right.
Really do anything with that. But I've never had anyone ask me. I'm waiting on it though because I'd love to talk to some doctors.
That'll be the true telltale as to when we are moving past the stigma.
We are moving past the stigma, I think. But I'd also like to go. Can you talk about the strains of THC? So sativa and indica.
Of course, yeah. So there's 3 different strains: sativa, indica, and hybrid. Sativa is known as like a daytime use type of strain. It's really uplifting, very stimulating, great for creativity, and it's almost like morning coffee in a sense.
Now, which one is that again?
Sativa. Sativa, yes.
Let me write that down. Okay.
Yes. Okay. And then there's indica, which is usually more for nighttime use. It's very relaxing, very heavy on the body, almost has like a sedating type effect. So it's great for insomnia, pain relief. I always recommend indicas for people with anxiety because it's very calming. And then we have hybrids, and hybrids are a mixture of the two, and you can either have an indica dominant hybrid or a sativa dominant hybrid or something that's like right in the middle. So it really just depends, like I said, like on which strain of cannabis you get, because they can either lean towards either side. For instance, I'm dropping a video in a couple hours today on my different strains. I am talking about a flower brand that I just got a sample from last week. That is an indica dominant hybrid, and they told me it's an indica dominant hybrid, but from my personal experience, it's definitely just a straight indica because I smoked it and I was ready to go to sleep. Like I was ready to knock out. I was, like they say, in the couch, with indica.
Yes.
So yeah, it was definitely in the couch with that. But yeah, and then it just really depends on, the type of strain you need, for your own personal needs. I know a lot of people try to stay away from sativas because they tend to get them a little bit too stimulated. And a lot of people don't like to be in their head too much. And so they prefer indicas just because they're very relaxing. You don't have to worry about too much. So
very calming.
Very calming, yeah.
Okay.
So people that don't smoke but still need these effects, you would recommend what?
People who don't smoke? It depends what kind of effect are you looking for? Do you want
me personally,
or just anyone who doesn't like? Yeah, or you personally? What kind of effect?
No, just if someone is like, I have an anxiety issue, I really need something strong and powerful like that, but I'm not a smoker.
Okay, but do you want to smoke? You want to smoke?
No,
you don't want to smoke.
No.
Okay, well, if you don't want to smoke, I would recommend an oil, so like a tincture of the sort, so like the kind I brought with me over here. You can either get one that is heavy on the CBD side, so like I have an 18-to-1 ratio, which is 18 parts CBD to 1 part THC, so that'll be great for anxiety relief and you won't feel any psychoactive effects. Or I have the 1-to-1, which is what I prefer personally, which will give you all of the calming effects, but you'll get a nice little buzz, which is nice.
Okay, it's like wine. in drops.
So like,
I perked you up with wine.
Yeah.
You see, her eyes got bigger when I said wine.
Oh, wow. Maybe the sign had a little THC today. So of the products you have on the table, and you're talking about the different ratios, and so for people who have those jobs that they test. I'm here for the viewers.
For the people.
I'm here for the people. I'm here for the people because the people have questions and the people want to know. So, those products right there, are those detectable in test?
So, the ones that are higher in THC, yes.
Okay.
Even the 18 to 1, there's still like very, very small traces of THC, but it's very small. Very small. So if you were to consume this, even on a daily basis, and then you wait like a day, and then you take a drug test, you should be okay. Really? Because you only get about maybe a 0.5 milligram of THC. Wow. In the serving. Yeah, it's a very small amount.
Yeah. But see, the problem with that, in some professions, you don't know when they're coming. The P police are coming.
Right, police.
So that whole waiting a day, you kind of you're kind of playing Russian roulette, I guess.
Exactly. Well, in that
with your job.
True. But in that case, I would recommend something that is made from hemp. So hemp usually doesn't have like any THC in it, or it has like 0.004%, something very low. So hemp CBD would be great for people who have jobs that drug test randomly or just at all, because it's hemp CBD, and hemp is now legal. So
right,
that's great.
So what do you recommend, like, for people like who have pain? You know, a lot of people have, like you said, I heard you talk about it helps for inflammation and pain. Is there something?
Just say you, Gia.
Don't just say it's not for me. It's not for me. I've been prescribed. I'm on the prescribed drugs right now. Okay, so in a couple of years, then I'll be able to
think of alternatives,
some alternatives and stuff. But I want to go back to, because I'm curious about your jobs. I might be looking for some part-time work when I retire, just to keep my mind right. And this product specialist job, that might be something that I could get into, or some other people might be looking for something.
Definitely. You know, I mean, there are plenty of brands right now that are hiring
Uh-huh.
for that role, just because they need people to go out there and really just talk about their products.
What's the experience level you need? Like, the work experience, like
honestly,
an interview process.
What's the resume look like?
You have to have customer service experience.
Oh, okay.
That's the biggest thing. Really, that's all it is. Because most people I meet nowadays, when I talk to them, this is like their first job in the industry. You know, there's this brand ambassador, product specialist role is their first time ever being in the industry. And like I said, really all you need is some customer service experience, and then they'll teach you the rest.
And a bubbly personality like yours.
Pretty much, yeah. They'll literally train you in everything.
Wow. So here's my question. Okay. How do you fold in your knowledge of this industry with your degree? If you don't mind going into that a little bit.
Of course. Well, like I said, when it comes to my degree, it's definitely more on the activist side of the industry. Just because, Africana studies, that
sets you up pretty well for activism.
Definitely. So really, as soon as I started working in the industry, I started taking note of the advertisements and, how they were marketing cannabis, to consumers. And I noticed most of the models and just actors they were using for their advertisements were white. And so I definitely took it upon myself to definitely become my own cannabis model and definitely reach out to these
beautifully.
Thank you so much. And definitely reach out to these brands. So just to let them know that there are people out here that, that look like me, that want to, be represented. And I always let them know, representation matters. You know, we've seen it time and time again, with movies such as Black Panther, Crazy Rich Asians, not to even, just be about Black people, but people of color, we want to be represented, and you sell a lot more, when you market to everybody.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
Yeah. I definitely, I'm trying to use my degree in that type of way, just to kind of, get some diversity in this industry.
So I've been told that the industry needs more PR, positive PR.
Definitely.
So tell me, I know that you, and I want you to speak on this, you have you're going to be launching your own brand.
Soon, yes.
I'm here for you. But how do you, in this inundated industry at this point, stand out?
Apart.
How do you set yourself apart?
Yeah.
Other than, I'm guessing, using black models and using yourself, which you have a mesmerizing voice. I'm always loving hearing what you're saying, even if I don't need the product. Sometimes I just watch.
Thank you.
But how do you set yourself apart? How is that? How would you grow your business differently? How would you stand out?
Definitely be a business of the people, for the people.
Okay.
I definitely believe one thing in Africana studies they taught us is if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And so I'm a big
That must
advocate.
have been Professor Scott or
Dennis.
right, Professor Dennis. So that was somebody.
I remember that.
Yeah, the African proverb. So yeah, I'm very, very big on that. And with my brand, it's going to be more of a platform that's really aiming to celebrate, educate, and connect Black-owned business owners and, POC business owners in the industry to not only help them compete with these other brands, but to just collaborate with each other so we can build something together to go far. Because I can't do this by myself. I'm only one person.
You're just speaking my language. I love that whole collaboration thing.
Thank you. Yeah.
But I want to talk to you about something because, I know my other hosts, I'm the least of the group that does the research and everything. So,
that is
and
true.
every time from time I do, research. I do check things out. So I checked out your Instagram page.
Okay.
I love it.
Thank you.
When I retire, we're going to do something together
Definitely.
on your Instagram for sure. But you talked about
Did you just
plug.
yes.
Right here. Setting it up.
Hey, it's collaboration, but I'm just saying, no. You, one of your
She can't wait to
videos,
retire.
I can't wait, yeah. You talked about this tea, and I don't remember the name of the tea. All I got from the tea, what you were saying, is that the tea helps with or enhances your sexual experience.
And she has been talking about
And
this damn tea for at least the last
after I
4
watched it, I called them and I told them, I said, look, I can't wait for Sid to come because she
got this tea.
She got this tea. She got this tea.
This tea is coming.
I know people want to know about the tea because,
And when she said the tea, I thought she was talking about gossip.
Right.
So, can you talk about the tea?
Yes. Okay,
As I drink my tea.
Yeah, the tea, because eventually I might have to move away from coffee and go to the tea.
Oh man. Oh yes. So I wish I would have had some. I wish I would have known. I would have brought a pack, but I drank it all, unfortunately. Yeah.
Oh, darn.
I know.
I was so looking forward to tea. I was ready. I was going to get two.
No, she had
one for
she
me
had her husband
and one for
ready.
my husband. I was like, Sid's coming on Monday. I'm going to get this tea. I haven't even told him I was going to get this tea. And I was going, look, I was going to serve tea up. I was going to serve some tea up. But
even talked about what the tea do yet. Can you let her explain what the tea?
She talked about it on Instagram.
But let her give it to the people.
I'm sorry. I'm having a moment.
You thought you was going to come home with some gossip. You coming home talking about
I'm having a moment. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
So what is the tea?
Talk about the tea.
Please.
Okay, so the tea is called Sensuality. It's by this brand called Kikoko. And I first saw them back when I was a bud tender at Strain, and I was very captivated just by it. And I remember one time one of the brand reps came in and she was talking to me about it, and she said that one was her favorite, not only because of the taste but because of the effects. And so I figured I'd try it out myself, and it is advertised, to be a sensual enhancement tea.
Okay.
And THC is naturally when you smoke it or just ingest it, it
Unleashes the animal.
It's an aphrodisiac. THC is a natural aphrodisiac, so it definitely.
I'll keep quiet now.
Definitely gets you in the mood already. And then this tea, it has other stimulants inside of it, as far as the ingredients, different herbs that also help with stimulation, circulation.
Yes. And those things
really
are very needed in the sexual experience.
It's
Yes.
really good at getting the blood flowing. getting the juices flowing. And
So how was the impact for you
when you used it?
unfortunately, I didn't get to really use it.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
Damn.
right, I know.
That's okay.
I know, unfortunate, but I wanted to. Definitely.
Okay.
You know, it
So
definitely.
the desire was there.
It
Okay.
was definitely.
But
there.
it does have THC in it.
It does.
So you
Okay, so I
have
can't
that
have it
too.
right
But it is
now.
a very small amount.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
only 7 milligrams of THC.
Yeah, I can't have it right now, but when,
Right, yeah.
in 2 years,
Right.
I'm coming for that tea.
Definitely.
In 2 years,
yes.
yeah.
But it's like I said, it's a very small amount, only 7 milligrams. So it's great for new users. You're not going to get too stoned, but you will feel really good for sure. I definitely recommend it, especially to women going through menopause.
Okay, where can
Okay.
they get the tea?
Uh-oh.
find
You want the
it-
tea now, girl?
I said, where can they get the tea?
Oh, where can they? I thought you said you. Oh, I'm sorry. Where? Yeah,
She'll
where can
have
they?
the tea for her birthday.
Where
Right.
can they get the tea?
So, if you are in the LA Santa Monica area, you can find it at Herba Collective. That's ERBA. I work there a couple of days a week. We have a permanent display there for my company. So I'm there sometimes. And that collective, they do sell it there. That's where I purchased mine from. They also sell it at, like I said, at my old job in the Valley at Strain Balboa. And then you can also go to their Instagram, Kikoko Teas, and you can find like the little locator, and they'll tell you where you can find it in your area.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Central California area.
you?
I
Where?
am from Hanford.
Oh my God, my husband is from Atwater, California. That's not far from you.
It's not at all, right? Everything, 198, 99, all that. All those good little freeways.
At 99, where you can blink and miss your exit.
Yes. So
Absolutely.
easy. So easy.
Very
So
good.
easy.
So why don't you tell us before we go about the launch of your brand and when we should be expecting that to take place so we can celebrate you and all your entrepreneurship.
And we didn't even get into different strains, for different pains. Like we didn't get to have her talk about
Well,
that.
tell us about it.
Okay, real quick.
Yeah, please.
So, different strains, different pains started about 6 months ago. I decided to start this segment on Instagram. It's just little short 1-minute videos of me talking about different cannabis products, doing reviews, recommendations for different ailments. And I decided to start it after I began receiving a lot of inquiries about the products I was getting from my job. When you work in the industry, you get a lot of free samples to try out. And I would always post them, and every single time I would get a question. And so I figured I might as well just start, just sharing the information, because there are so many people out there that don't know and that want to know, and they don't really know how to go about getting the information. So I'm like, you know what, I have it. Let me share it. Might as well. So
Well, you're a great information resource. You really are.
thank you. I
Very
appreciate
much.
that. Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
And your brand?
Oh, yes.
Brand. So it's going to be called Medicated Melanin. And as I stated, it's going to be a platform that is really devoted to celebrating, educating, and connecting people. It's really still in the works. I really want it to be kind of perfect. So I'm really putting a lot of effort into it. Hopefully the launch, it's set for around my birthday, which is in July. So a couple months from now, we'll be seeing some stuff. But I'll definitely have a nice, big event party, something to launch it.
We can go live.
Invite to my morning
From
coffee to your launch.
definitely.
Yes.
But let me tell you, from an entrepreneur, one to another, it's never perfect.
Yes.
You're
Right,
always
right.
working
Always.
on improvements. So don't let it hold you back.
I won't,
And we're looking forward to celebrating you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward. You guys definitely have to come out. 'Cause,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
That'd be
absolutely.
great.
Yeah, I like your braids, your locks, and I noticed
Her
that
hair
the
is
bottom
always
of them
gorgeous.
are kind of green. So is that for the whole?
This is actually some old color.
Okay.
It's just kind of washed out, but the greenish blue has kind of been my thing for the last couple of years. But I just like color. That's it just happened to go with the whole cannabis thing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
just
You
kinda-
tied it all in.
just
Girl, you
kinda
did
goes,
good. You
yeah.
tied everything together. I love it.
you.
I
Very
love it.
good.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Well, you want to take us out to break?
Sure. So we are totally thankful for you to come out and let us know, and you will definitely be back. So we'll be right back with my morning coffee in 1 minute. Have a good one.
Support for K-Jazz is provided by We Groove Entertainment. On Sunday, April 28th at 7 p.m. at the Miracle Theater in Inglewood, Jazz Appreciation Month concludes with a celebration of jazz trumpet legend and educator Dr. Donald Byrd. The Donald Byrd Acoustic and Electric Sessions bring together two-time Grammy-nominated pianist Kevin Toney, one of the original members of the R&B group The Blackbirds, along with Johnny Britt on trumpet and vocalist Dominique Toney. Tickets are available at themiracletheater.com or 310-853-6004.
Well, thank you guys for coming back with us at My Morning Coffee. Tanya?
Sarita.
Gia.
All right. So why don't you guys let us know what you have coming up? Let the audience know what you have going on, what you have coming up, Miss Sarita.
Coming up, just continuing to grind and really push out mental wellness and hip-hop. I'm really taking it full force now. So that is on the agenda and on the plans.
All right. Where can they find you at?
You can find me at SaritaButlerMFT.com. You can also find me on Instagram at SaritaBMFT. And anywhere else? Facebook? Oh, I'm on Facebook, but I really don't check it.
No, she doesn't. She's horrible at it.
I am. I'm getting better, kind of, sometimes.
Gia, what do you have coming up?
I don't really have anything coming up other than creating. I'm going to probably be in the studio trying to create some more beautiful jewelry and head wraps and some apparel. I'm actually, since I did these shirts, I'm kind of really digging these shirts. So I'm probably going to do some more of the cannabis apparel. So look out for some cannabis jewelry and some T-shirts and tank tops and handbags, you name it. I'm going to probably be doing a little bit of that. Let's see, and working, my day job. That's a,
She's waiting
ongoing
to retire.
thing.
Right,
Yeah.
2 years.
So, yeah,
2 years.
2 years. But you guys can find me on Instagram, The Mahogany Box, and you can find me on Facebook at Mahogany Box or Mahogany Wraps.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, I am preparing, like I told you before, for the South Bay Women's Conference for my Elevate Talk, and that is going on May 10th.
Okay.
So maybe you guys can join me there.
Yes.
Yes.
Or we can do a little talk live.
Yep, y'all.
Yes, we'll be there. We're going to
Awesome.
support you. We always support you.
Good.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to be working with you guys.
And it's around the twins' birthday?
Mm-hmm. And it's always nice to see more, faces of color around.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
especially in the
Cities.
South Bay.
Yeah, South Bay, yeah. So, matter of fact, I'm going to put that on my calendar. I'm going to be in the South Bay. They're going to see my face.
Oh,
And her
and
rap.
her wraps.
And my wraps, yeah.
I appreciate
Matter of
that.
fact, you might need to wear a wrap that day.
Not sure if it goes with my outfit, but we'll work on it.
Well,
You
a
gotta
wrap,
come spend time
a
with
wrap
me.
can go with your outfit. We'll make it work, okay?
So you have to come spend time with me so that we
Yes.
can pick out the right
Yes.
apparel.
Yes.
And my earrings. I need you to do my earrings and my neck.
Okay.
All right. So
We'll
do
be there.
that.
I'll be there. I'm
May
going to
10th.
hook that up May 10th.
And outside of that, just momming.
Yes.
I think I have a couple of book signings coming up.
Okay.
The Child Memories, if you guys haven't gotten it. And you can
also,
always...
Sorry.
What?
The Women's Health Expo is happening. I think I may be speaking at that. I haven't.
What?
Yeah. I haven't gotten
Keep
it.
us posted.
Well, keep us posted. Yes, Sarita. What do you... Really?
Sorry,
She's... Yeah. So we'll also be going live
Yes.
between shows. And lastly, if you want one of these awesome mugs, show them, ladies. You can grab one at shopthemahoganybox.com. Grab one of those, and we have bags.
We have tote bags too. Yes.
And that supports us continuing to have these awesome conversations with these amazing entrepreneurs and individuals in our community. You can find me at PRBizMom on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm having some serious conversation right now about how we need to include police brutality on the platform for presidential nominees. That's so join
you guys,
me.
You see how she's kind of like looking at me when she said that? You saw
I actually wanted to get your comment on
looking
it,
at me,
but I thought maybe we shouldn't.
Okay.
So for me, I do believe that part of the presidential platform, these candidates need to address police brutality, or at least some type of reform in law enforcement. We'll just call it reform.
Let's say reform.
All right. So join me on Twitter, PRBizMom, or Instagram. Other than that, you can always reach me at TanyaMcKenzie.com or SandandShores.com for any of your PR or marketing needs for your businesses or events.
All right.
I think that's it.
No, you can join us at our next episode of My Morning Coffee, which will be May.
Yep.
What day?
The second Monday after.
Okay.
May,
be looking out for us.
Look out for us, where the coffee will be mental health awareness. So we're going to spend an episode or two talking about discussing mental health. And we're going to have some great guest hosts on next month to discuss mental health and all the things that they're doing with their organizations in the mental health community. So stay tuned for next month for mental health awareness.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in May.
See ya.